website that you had provided us. So basically, I searched for an API. It was actually available for this one. So there is an open API here. My first doubt is which one is actually suiting our requirement, because if you just see here, I'll get the nutritional information, but that's not by the food name. Basically, it's by the food code, which means we need to first derive the when we give the food name, we need to get its food code, and afterwards we'll be getting the nutritional information.
So yeah, we will kind of break this task into kind of 3 different smaller tasks. For task A, what we need to do, as I have explained, once you have an ingredient, is it possible that we pull from an external source or kind of like a reference book to basically generate, to kind of calculate these recipes, kind of like ingredient details, including kind of their calorie, their nutritional values, their calorie, their sugar level, their fat, and etc. Kind of having this kind of like calculation to be able to do it.
I have solid foundation in Python, so that's the main reason I chose machine learning. So I'm comfortable in doing machine learning like pipelines, and I already worked out in the projects of few of the machine learnings through the SQL, because I have no idea about the SQL. So I just have solid foundation in Python. So is it enough, or do you expect us to learn SQL?
SQL is mainly a language for database and data management, and that's structured query language. That's SQL. In this moment for our company, we don't use that much. If you need to use it, it's mainly on BQML. BQML is big, well, but don't worry about it. It's really basically query language. It's really easy to learn. Don't worry about it.
I think it's a very good first draft. It's definitely a good starting point that we can work with and kind of like build it from there.
Yes, here comes my part, that is a front end. I'm working on front end. In this front end, there is app component, file upload component, and the comparison result. App component, it's just contain overall layout and contains other component. File uploader, the user can upload the files, whichever may be the format. And then in the comparison result, it should be able to see the difference. In the two contract paper, there will be some difference, keywords and all, that it should be able to differentiate it, and the same thing should go stored to database.
I should make sure you try to you see how in a discussion or document Google Docs, I think you wrote it very concisely. Like for instance, challenge one is this and solution one is this, but we have to be more elaborate on what we did. I think we did way more than just getting some challenges. Like we learned GitHub, we learned Git. GitHub and Git is different, right? We learned about the technology. We learned all the terminal command lines. So you have to be very specific on what we did and document it here. Okay? Work on that right now while I find the GitHub link so that you can refer to it. Okay? Yeah.
Successfully integrated the speech-to-text and text-to-speech models within the fine-tune model. These speech-to-text and text-to-speech models are from the OpenAI library only. So we just got to the document and which is the requirement, we have. We just have the code and successfully integrated them. Deployed Python script to store the contents, store the conversation with the AI in Markdown file. These are the Markdown format, which I have mentioned earlier. Like everything from the user prompt to the response of the ChatGPT, we want to store it in a particular format. I will show you while working with the project.
You created that API key yourself, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can we go see the settings there?
Where, sir?
On OpenAI.com. Did you log into OpenAI.com to access the API key there? Okay.
For everyone here, right? I think it'd be best for us to learn how to format the code in the Google Docs. And I found this pretty useful link, Chief, right? So you can add code more easily rather than just copy and pasting.
I'll cover all these attributes, just reviewing your mail quickly. I hope this email finds you well. This is fine, but always you don't have to write this as a starting line for all your emails. Okay, I know I've seen this lot online and in Google and in ChatGPT everywhere, but don't make a practice of using the same sentences in all the mails. Okay, you should keep changing. You should have a lot of sentences, pickup lines to start with.
Join Sprint Programme, venturing by the International Institute of Medical Science and Technology Council, a true mentor for intellectuals.